Okay everybody, welcome to another Let's Watch slash Talk video where we check out the newest trailer for Movie Gamer Show. And today we got the final trailer for Blue Beetle. And I personally loved the first trailer. I thought it was fun, I thought it was cool, I liked the music, and I loved the outfit. The outfit itself, the suit, looked really cool. So let's check out this final trailer and we'll talk about it after. Let's go.
Okay, I want to fly. Let's do this. Yeah! You gotta force it to come out. What do you... You're a genius.
Well, I know. And what I said.
No!
He was right, that was good.
Did you know what was going to happen to my brother when you stuck him with this world-destroying thing?
It's called the scarab. I had no idea it would activate. It has to choose you.
So how do we get it to unchoose me?
Host acquired.
Who said that?
Systems tracking 3, 2. Host overreacting.
Overreacting? You kidnapped me!
Threat approaching. Engaging host protection. Threat eliminated.
Sorry about that! What do you think the government is gonna do when they figure out that some kid has this military tech?
We are going to change the world with the power of the scarab. It belongs to me.
Watch out! Oh, he's pissed.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, damn.
You got the wrong guy! I'm a nobody! I swear!
The world is a place to protect.
I have an arsenal at my disposal.
Anything, please?
Watch and learn, Jaime. Whatever you can imagine, I can create.
Yeah, that's more like it.
The love you feel for your family makes you weak.
You're wrong. My family, that's what makes me strong.
Oh, I forgot how bad it looks.
Target the family.
Sorry, my mom.
Jaime?
You are a superhero, cabrón. You're the Blue Beetle.
I could use that arsenal right about now!
Thought you'd never ask.
Hell yeah!
That is so cool. I love that he calls him the Blue Beetle. Nice.
Bust it down! Nana?
I advise we back away.
Oh my god. Well, alright everybody, that is the trailer. That is the final trailer for Blue Beetle. And yes, I know I stopped it right here out of all the, I guess, moments in the trailer. But the reason why I did this is because I want to talk about the villain. And before we could talk about the villain, I just want to say it looks good. I gotta say, it looks like the movie's gonna have a lot of heart, a lot of fun moments, a lot of family moments, like in a good way, in a fun way, but also in a serious way as well, because they get held hostage, and they get taken, and you know, you got the hero trying to defend his family, and they're, you know, just everything that that he has to go through, or a hero goes through in general, right? And so in this case, for Blue Beetle, he's not alone. Obviously, he's got the scarab, right? But he has to defend his family and see what's going to happen going against this bad guy and the people who want the scarab, right? And I like it. I like the premise. I like the story. I like the characters, the family, right? George Lopez is great. I think he's not going to have so many lines, but he has like certain moments definitely that popped up throughout the first trailer and this trailer. And I love it. And I love that George Lopez does say he is the Blue Beetle. And I love that. I actually like that a lot. And I hope he does say that in the movie. Obviously, in the first trailer, we get to see Jaime and George Lopez and him, and he's just telling him, he's having a good moment with him, right? And yeah, maybe he tells him there, maybe not. That we saw that in the first trailer, and yeah, but I think overall the movie's gonna be a fun time. It's gonna have a lot of heart, good story, good action scenes. It looks like the CGI is there, so props to them, because recently in a lot of movies, not just superhero type movies, a lot of movies the CGI has not been doing good. I don't know what's going on right now currently. Maybe it's all the VFX people, are just getting overworked and everything that's going on recently in Hollywood, or just the studios and everything, right? But the point is, this movie looks good. Actually, it looks really good. So good job to them. And yeah, so we'll see what happens with the movie once it comes out. But I think it's going to be a fun time. It's going to be good. Story's good. CGI is there. The action scenes are there. The characters are there. It looks like it's going to be. It looks like it's full. It's a full packed movie, and it's going to be fun. Hey, what's cool about the enemy here, this guy, his rival, right, that fights him, is the suit. The suit difference here is obviously Jaime's suit is nanotech, right? It's different. It's more advanced. But for the villain, I don't know his name, but for the villain, his is more like a exosuit. It's like maybe a prototype or another version of it before the Scarab version, And he puts you saw that on his arm. It got put. He attached something, and then it was extending from his arm all the way to around his body. It's kind of like an exosuit. It's not nanotech exosuit, but it's just an exosuit that wraps around his body and everything, his legs maybe, and his chest and everything and whatnot. As we saw, like, it's a big, I guess, a suit of armor. I would kind of like to say, kind of like Iron Man, like the first models of his armor. The Mark 1, Mark 2. Versus the nanotech later on, right? So I think it's kind of like that. How they show that more later in the movie, or just, I guess, we get a little background to the character, to the villain, to his rival, right? But I mean, I think they're gonna have a lot of good fights here. And starting off with the first fight, Jaime doesn't know what to do, but then Scarab tells him that he has got a lot of weapons in his arsenal, so he uses it, and then they get to fighting.
Oh, he's pissed. Listen to me! Uptown, baby. You got the wrong guy! I'm a nobody! I swear! I was down, they see I'm up now, baby.
I have an arsenal at my disposal.
Anything, please?
Watch and learn, Jaime. Whatever you can imagine, I can create.
Yeah, that's more like it.
There we go, guys. That is what we saw and what I was talking about. And I just like the fact that we get to see the transformation and just suit up, right? As we saw with Jaime, we saw his suit up, right? And the first time he used the blue beetle and whatnot, it's great. It's great stuff. And we get to see the bad guy or the villain, right? But he's not obviously the brains behind everything. And the brains behind everything is played by Susan Sarandon. Obviously, we saw her. She's like the leader, right? She's got the military area, or just whatever that base is, right? And she sends the bad guy to go after him, or the guy with the suit, right? And another thing I want to talk about here, guys, is the fact that the DCEU and the DCU, right? So the DCEU is, or was, what everything that came before these last couple of movies, like The Flash, Aquaman, and all these other movies, like Justice League and whatnot, these heroes, right? Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, right? But the new DCU, which is a revamp, a reboot that Peter Safran and James Gunn are doing, or have started already, and are making their way towards completing and starting off with the first movie being Superman Legacy, okay? But you might be saying, what about Blue Beetle? So is Blue Beetle connected to the DCEU or the DCU? The DCU being the new one. And he confirmed that Blue Beetle is the first DCU character that's being introduced or shown off in his new area, in his new world, or his new revamp of the DC movies, DC superhero movies, right? But Superman Legacy is the first DCU movie, okay? And he did say that this movie is a standalone thing, it's its own thing, but the characters or the cast and the family, the Reyes family, right? And Jaime and everything else that comes out in this movie will continue on in the future. And obviously the actor who portrays Jaime will continue as well, which is awesome. I love that. And yeah, so I just want to let you guys know about that. So we'll see what happens in the future. I think he's got a bright future ahead of him, and hopefully I'm hoping for this. And I think I heard that they wanted to do this, and I could see a 3-piece movie right here. 3-piece movie, if not sequel only to this one, because I feel like there's a lot of potential here when it comes to story, introducing new characters, yeah, or just new heroes too, because I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with the DCU movie news when it comes to like Superman and whatnot and new characters, right? But Superman Legacy is gonna have not just Superman, it's gonna be multiple heroes together, and how he interacts in this new world where he interacts with all these other heroes, and like the quote-unquote Justice League, right? I guess if he has like a Justice League or just different heroes that he knows, but also his real life counterpart of Clark Kent, where he goes on and deals with world problems around, you know, grounded areas like the Daily Bugle, another Daily Planet, sorry, and stuff like that, you know. So we'll see what Jaime deals with, and if maybe on the end credit scene there's a little spoiler, a little tidbit, that a little nod to the future of the DCU. Maybe we'll see like a little Easter eggs throughout the movie and whatnot that hint at other characters that we will see in the future, which is awesome. I love that. Though, yes, everybody, that is going to be it for the video. Let me know what you guys think about the trailer, about the movie. Are you guys going to be watching it? I think it looks great. I think, like I said before already, they pulled off such a good job here with showcasing the family. I mean, this is just off of the trailer, but who knows about the movie? The movie's going to do really good. But the trailer, the writing looks good, and the characters are well written. The story and the fighting look like it's going to be really good too. And the action scenes for sure. And whatever happens at the end, I think that's going to be the most intriguing part, is what happens at the end, because we kind of see. So everybody, that is it for the video. That is another Let's Watch / Talk. Let me know what you guys think about the comments below, about just the movie, about the characters, about the setup and everything. But yeah, I think DC has a good, bright future ahead of them. And I personally think it sucks the way it all went down, how the ship went down with the other characters, other actors, right? And the whole DCEU. Yeah, it's a real shame, because I was a fan of him since Man of Steel, and obviously that's what started off everything, right? And then you got Batman vs Superman and whatnot. So yeah, it seems like this time around they're building it from the ground up, but having a good foundation this time, a good structure. And especially with Peter Safran and James Gunn, it seems like they're going to be doing a good job. They're starting off really strong, and we'll see what how it starts, because literally how this new reboot begins will definitely tell us how the future will hold. Because like I said, with Man of Steel, that was the very first movie, and that was huge. Going back to the DC MCU, the first movie was Iron Man. That was huge start for both universes. And now the DCU sadly went the way it went, and now that's gone, erased from what we know. Forget about it, because now a new DCU is beginning. So we'll see what happens whenever that movie drops. But that's it, guys, for this video. And Blue Beetle looking badass here, and I'm excited for this entry in the new DCU, this character entry for the new DCU. So looking forward for it. But yeah, I'll see you guys. Take care. Stay amazing. And I'll see y'all with the next video.